Okay, thanks for staying with us. Time now for Media Watch, for which we're joined by James Creedon. Hiya, James.
Evening, Georgia.
Okay, so we're going to start off with a pretty big controversy. Closer magazine has caused quite the storm by publishing naked photos of Kate Middleton. That's, of course, Prince William's wife. And the Duchess of Cambridge is now suing the French magazine.
That's right. I went out and bought it today, Georgia. I have to say, this isn't normally my bedside reading.
Falling
Closer.
straight into their hands.
That's it. That's exactly what they wanted us to do,
Exactly.
right? So look, naked photos. What can I say? It's if you want to have a look, it's the Duchess of Cornwall. This was on the 7th of September, exactly a week ago. They were on holidays in the south of France in Provence, and they were photographed by a paparazzo. None of the British papers bought it, these photos, but Closer magazine put it on their front page with oh my god written on the front. You can see there, so I'm not sure how clear that is. Oh my god, French accented. Anyway, let's show you some of the coverage in the French media. So they're pointing out now, what's interesting is they've been sued. Closer has been sued already by Kate Middleton, and privacy laws in France are quite strict for this kind of thing. And there was a case very similar to this recently. France's First Lady and the president were photographed in Besançon in the south of France, and she was in her bikini, and these were photos taken under similar circumstances, right, as the nude photos of Kate Middleton. Now, what happened was the courts decided they awarded 2,000 euros to Valerie Trierweiler instead of the 30,000 that she had asked for. So they found that she was right, that her privacy had been actually infringed, but the judge said that Trierweiler could not be unaware of the risk of having her photo taken on the beach of the head of state's official residence, which admittedly is not open to the public, but which is visible from the sea. In other words, she exposed herself to having this photo taken, even though they shouldn't have taken it. Exactly the same, really, with Kate Middleton, because this was a villa overlooking, essentially, a public thoroughfare, a roadway. So she kind of, wasn't she being a little bit imprudent? I'll show you some tweets on this as well, if I can find them here. One tweet that I thought was quite pertinent. Piers Morgan: of course Kate is entitled to privacy, and this was a grotesque invasion, but sunbathing topless near a public road is just daft, he said. And he pointed out that with Queen Elizabeth, we haven't seen much of this. There's a reason the Queen's never been photographed topless or playing naked billiards. It's called, ironically, common sense, because maybe she hasn't sunbathed naked or topless by a public roadway, right? Now, of course, we're all thinking of one young man related by marriage to Kate Middleton. That would be Mr. Harry Windsor, who was photographed in various states of undress.
We do seem to be seeing more and more of the royal family in states of undress.
It's been quite the roller coaster, hasn't it? And a lot of people are pointing out, look, he was cavorting with 15 people he invited up to for a game of strip billiards. It's different with Kate, because this was a private, moment with her husband, and can we lump them in together? Now, what a lot of people are also referring back to is this photograph, which I showed recently.
Bring back memories.
There you go. This was the Duchess of York at the time, Sarah Ferguson, who was spotted also in France, also in a villa, also in various states of undress, having her toe sucked on this occasion. Now, what's different about this photo? It made the front page of the Daily Mirror in the Britain at the time. This was 20 years ago. Nobody in Britain has seen a front page photo of Kate in various states of undress. So I think the British press are much more loath to put these kind of photos on the front page, especially since the Leveson inquiry into ethics in the media. This after the Sunday tabloid, The News of the World, was closed down because of phone hacking, the famous phone hacking scandal. And we're waiting for the results of that inquiry. Lord Leveson is writing up his report. And I think the British press, it's fair to say, are being much more prudent and careful and prudish than they have been in the past.
Such evidence of that. And for the French press, Closer's come into quite a lot of criticism, hasn't it?
It absolutely has. I'll show you here. This is the editor of Closer magazine, and she has been very much criticised. Her name is Laurence Piot. She tweeted yesterday to kind of plug the thing. World exclusive of Closer tomorrow with Kate Middleton as you've never seen her before and as you'll never see her again. She was doing interviews all day long. We asked her actually to give her response for Media Watch, but she was unavailable. And a lot of people are saying, I do hope a library of law books is thrown at you. you have no respect, you despicable woman. This is the kind of thing you're seeing on Twitter. She's getting a lot of criticism for that decision to put this out there. And I'll just
bear in mind, a lot of people who probably are criticising have also gone out to buy the magazine. This might have been a calculated risk.
Absolutely. I'll just quickly, before we go, Georgia, give you some reactions across the social media. I asked people, did they think Kate and William were justified in their fury? The press were speaking about their fury today. Claire Sharkey said, as usual, it comes down to whether it is in the public interest or not. In this instance, the answer is a big fat no. Rob Ashby said the sheer arrogance of these 20-something rich kids traipsing around the world at whose expense, expecting the entirety of the international media to take pictures only when they, the royal couple, see fit. On Twitter, I had this response by David B saying, too right they were justified to be angry. They were not on a beach where any Joe Public could have seen them. And just quickly, I'll show you this because we're getting other topless photos of Kate Middleton. That's in a convertible, and this is a meme topless there again. The whole top of Kate missing, and these are photos that we're seeing doing the rounds of social media, people having a lighter approach to things.
Right, brilliant. Thanks very much, James Cruden there with the Media Watch Roundup.